Hello everybody! We have some incredibly big news for Beyblade Burst Rise, probably more to come. If you are new here, subscribe to the channel, click that bell to be notified of my uploads. I usually do news videos almost every week. It usually depends when we get news, but this one, really big. We don't have every little single detail, but this is enough to satisfy me right now. So this is for Beyblade Burst Rise. We're gonna go over everything. By the way, make sure to hit that like button. We're trying to get past 500 likes for this video. There was a product update. I will be comparing these new Rise bays to their Takaratomi counterparts and giving my own personal opinion, unbiased. So let's begin. So here we have Joker J5. I don't know if it's called Judgment Joker. I'm assuming it's going to be called Judgment Joker. But since Grand Dragon was changed to Glyph Dragon, or whatever, maybe it might get changed because maybe Judgment's too controversial. I don't know. But from how it looks, very interesting. Now, there is a few little problems I have. So we're gonna first compare it, then after looking at it on its own. So when compared to the Takaratomi version, the issue is clear as to be. For one of the things, and this thing is a little bit minor what I'm gonna be talking about, but it's basically the Deca. If you don't know what that basically means, I actually have a video where the actual representative for the Hasbro Beyblade Burst team actually works on the stuff, explained the whole process, and talked about Deca. My thing is, like, what it basically means, like how the bays visibly look, like all the paint applications, that kind of stuff, whatever, right? Look, I don't think anyone's asking for too much for just to be at least a little bit better than what we have, because like the Joker thing literally just looks like Joker without any of the stickers, which that's a positive thing. That's a little bit better than I guess maybe like Turbo Spryzen, which had a lot of issues with how it visually looked, with how the paint applications were. But like they couldn't tattoo the black part of the thing where they got little ace thing going on. They couldn't do that. They couldn't put a little bit of a blue sticker there. They're like, really? A little bit of a disappointment. Also, you're gonna notice something, and this is something that's going to significantly hurt Joker. Not really, not the GT chip. I mean the layer base, which is Hasbro's Judgment. So we can clearly see one that's basically like a front shot, and the other one which is kind of like a little bit of a side shot from the Takaratomi. But the real cool thing about Judgment Joker for the Takaratomi layer base is that Judgment had a little bit of a technical burst stopper. What it was is like, it had like a little rubbery thing, whatever, right? Basically when you locked in your disc, it'd be really tight on the Judgment thing, which made sense with the gimmick, right? That's gone. They didn't even do a plastic version, which is really disappointing. Now, hopefully I'm wrong, but I think I can visibly see that it's not there. Otherwise, would have just seen the blocker there. That's gonna hurt Joker a lot. It's gonna make, like, well, I guess now since Hasbro has this nerfed meta, it's gonna really not make, in general, it's not gonna make it that good to use, but I guess maybe for the Hasbro meta, maybe it won't be too bad. For how the Zanweight looks on the thing, it looks alright. It looks typical for how, Hasbro weights kind of look. I do gotta say though too, especially if they're gonna do, look, if they're not gonna do the metal on the bays, if they're not gonna put all these gimmicks or whatever, right? The least I'm gonna say is at least like the mold of this stuff and like the Deca needs improvement. Like the hexagon in the center of Joker, why doesn't it have the two little mini hexagons on the top? That doesn't change anything, but it's just simple stuff like that and simple criticisms, you know what I mean? But let's get to the other side. Now, I personally cannot tell if this has rubber or not. Now, from judging from Wizard Fafnir, Hasbro, and Geist Fafnir, Hasbro, I do not think Joker has the rubber. It does not look like it has the rubber. So that is going to be a tremendous nerf on Joker. And the thing is, with how GT was going, the Chozi bays were kind of like slapping down on the GT bays until Judgment became a thing, and Judgment stopped stuff like Perfect Phoenix, which was a really good combination you could use with Perfect Phoenix. But now it's like the Hasbro version, I don't know what's going to happen. And the next thing is going to be Trick Hypersphere. Now the thing is with how Trick works, Trick is basically like a thing, and I'll actually show this visibly for those who don't know. The gimmick with Trick already looks like a Hypersphere tip, right? It really does. The whole gimmick with Trick is basically when you launch it, it's like randomized, but you either get it as an attack tip, or it'll be like somewhere here, lower, and then after it'll be more like in defense balance, whatever, right? That's the thing with Joker. So when I'm looking at this, I'm like, how are they gonna do the Hypersphere tip of it? Most likely, we'll get somewhere in between where it kind of looks like a little bit of the attack tip and maybe the defense of it. I don't know. Probably not. Just expect some weird bulky tip as per usual. I do think we will get the frame on Joker. The full combo for Joker is 00 turn Trick. So I don't think they would skip out on the frame. If they do skip out on the frame, that's going to really peeve me off, because not only will they be skipping out on this, that, and this, but then after, you know, that one thing that it has, you know, I don't like when Hasbro skips out on parts that we should be getting. It's ridiculous. I don't care if X part came in some separate release. If this is Hasbro, Hasbro should be giving us the full release, especially considering that they really do skip out a lot of parts. Next up is going to be Glyph Dragon, or whatever. I'm just going to say Grand Dragon, like, it's going to get really annoying just having to go back and forth between the Hasbro names. Like, when I actually do the review, I'll go over it. I'm a little bit confused because Ace looked fine. Well, actually, the starter Ace did not look fine at all. But with Hasbro's Rock Dragon, it literally looked perfect. Like, attention to detail, zero complaints. But then after, when you look at Grand Dragon Hasbro or Glyph Dragon, whatever, right? It's missing like that, again, it's like the Deca thing on the thing, like the decorations, whatever. It does not look nice. It does not. They're missing the little blue part that goes on the Grand thing, which is really whack. Now, the parts for this should be the exact same. Sting in charge, and I actually do have my Rock Dragon right here. Again, Rock Dragon Hasbro, like, amazing detail on that stuff. Amazing detail. Beautiful. I was honestly surprised considering how most Hasbro bays fail to do something so simple. So, in terms of how it looks, that's how it looks. Now, obviously comparing this to Takeratami, again, with Joker and Dragon, big criticisms are just how the layer base looked like. Now, a positive side to this, because I know people are going to be like, oh, you're complaining the whole time. No. A positive is going to be, Joker I don't know too much about, but with Hasbro, considering how much of an improvement Rock Dragon is, we could see Hasbro's Glyph Dragon, whatever, potentially not only be better than the original, but maybe be decent actually against GT base for the stock, which will be nice to see. It depends how good actually, you want to know what? It doesn't really depend too much on the slopes, because we can just put the Rock Dragon chip on the thing. Yeah, so really, Grand Dragon for Hasbro should only really be a positive. Really? So, other than it doesn't really look that good, performance should be good. Sting in charge should be the parts for this. And then after, we got the final bay, which I think is the one that everybody should care about. But before we do that, I just want to make sure that I do mention the fact that the Dragon chip is just a slightly different color. Probably just get like a different shade of blue on the thing. But now, Venom Diabolos. But Zenki, it's Diabolos. That's the Hasbro name of the thing. That's the localized thing. It's not Diabolos, it's Diabolos. Oh boy, this looks good. Good. No, like, the other two I had complaints, this looks fine. Yes, they're missing the deca on the thing of Diabolos, where Diabolos is supposed to have, like the stickers on the thing. Other than that, the appearance does look solid. Comparing this to the Takeratami version, before I go on it on its own, looks honestly amazing. Like, look at it compared to Takeratami. Now, yes, they are missing that gold bit right there on the layer base. They are missing that small part of the thing. Okay, fair enough. But they did exactly what I said they would do. So if you're wondering how Diabolos is going to work, or Diabolos, whatever, how it works is basically this. This is going to be the chip for the thing. It's going to be really weird looking. The chip is going to come off like that. That's how Diabolos works, basically. It's going to be a right chip. If you want to get a left chip, you have to go by Erase Diabolos. Which, to be honest, you know, is a little bit annoying, whatever. Well, I have to buy this another one. But yeah, you know, I don't know why anyone could think I don't think it's even possible to make the thing dual spin with how they made their system. It's really hard to see how Vanguard is going to look like for Diabolos. Vanguard was honestly a pretty solid Forge disc. And I know people be like, well, but the gimmicks don't even work up. No, listen. A lot of this are actually really good. Like Ratchet, good on Chozy Spriggan Bearing. Blitz, amazing for attack type combinations. Really, really good. Sting, amazing. Doesn't really, like, a lot of these discs and their gimmicks are good. Vanguard discs scrape a lot, obviously. I don't know how Hasbro's gonna make their version of Vanguard. My assumption would be that Vanguard maybe will look a little bit like Hurricane Hypersphere. Again, we really need this to change for Hasbro Rise products, but please, 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 if the weight keeps on being like 19 and 18, these discs are quite useless. Like, I could just pick up a Zero disc, and that's way better than using any of these other Hasbro discs. Like, unless you want to put the heaviest ones, I think, are like Hurricane, off the top of my head. When you put a frame, can that kind of get close to Zero's weight? But again, Zero and Double O are just like those discs that are going to be really still at the top. And Hasbro would have saved themselves if they just made the disc a little bit heavier. As for Bullet Hypersphere, I don't think Bullet's going to have the gimmick. I think we need to accept that. It's their direction of the thing. Hopefully it's going to be good. Hopefully, you know what I mean? I want to be kind of like optimistic. Honestly, D-Bolos out of all these three looks great. So, overall, I think D-Bolos is kind of hype. Kind of. Depends how they do Vanguard, how they do Bullet Hypersphere. Joker gives me literal anxiety just looking at it. A severe nerf to it. The Glyph Dragon, kind of on the positive end, you know, like, yeah, it doesn't really look that good visibly, but probably it'll be good like Rock Dragon, and will make a really bad layer base good. So, in the comment section below, you tell me your own thoughts on it. Again, this is my own opinion, right? So, you know, I'm not going to be biased to, oh, it has 100% of the time does perfect, or, oh, they always do bad. You know, like, I'm pretty impartial when it comes to this stuff. I feel like you still got to be fair with this stuff, you know what I mean? But, yeah, hopefully moving forward, they're able to improve. My top, for the top three for this video, it's going to be number 1 is going to be D-Bolos, 2 is probably going to be Glyph, and 3rd is going to be Joker for me. So that's going to go with this one, or no, this one, then this one. But that is going to do it for this video. So like and subscribe, and make sure to have an awesome and amazing day.